Let me tell you something most guys don't realize. If your compliment game sounds like a generic Hallmark card, you're not just striking out, you're not even in the game. See, most men think complimenting a woman is just about saying nice things. You know, the usual suspects. You're beautiful, nice smile, wow those eyes. Harmless? Sure. Sweet? Maybe. But effective? Not even close. The problem? Every decent-looking woman has heard those lines so many times, they've basically become background noise. It's like elevator music, there but nobody's really listening. But here's the truth. A real compliment, the kind that sticks in her head hours later, the kind that makes her think about you when she's lying in bed scrolling through her phone, has almost nothing to do with what she looks like on the outside. It's about what you make her feel. And that's where most guys miss the mark completely. Shift to deeper insight. Because when a woman hears something that hits her emotionally, something that catches her off guard in a good way, that's when things start to shift. That's when she starts to see you not just as another guy trying to win her over, but as someone different. Someone she feels drawn to. Someone who gets under her skin in the best way possible. In this video, I'm going to break down 3 forbidden compliments that do exactly that. And no, I don't mean forbidden like creepy or inappropriate. We're not going full villain arc here. I'm talking about compliments that are so uncommon, so emotionally charged, that they bypass the usual filters in her brain and hit her right in the chest. These are compliments that spark curiosity, mystery, and deep emotional attraction. Compliments that make her feel seen in a way most men never even attempt. Let's dive into it. 1. There's something about you I can't quite figure out. Okay, this might sound simple, but trust me, this is pure psychological gold. It's not just a compliment, it's a conversation starter, a mystery, and a subtle challenge all wrapped into one. When you say this, you're not handing her validation on a silver platter. You're sparking something much more powerful: intrigue. See, every woman hears stuff like, "You're pretty," or "You're cool." That's white noise. She's immune to it. But this line throws her off, in a good way. It makes her pause and think, wait, what does he mean by that? Now here's the beauty of this line. You're not saying she's amazing, you're saying she's intriguing. That there's something different about her, something not immediately obvious. That's flattering on a whole new level. You're not just noticing her looks. You're noticing her energy, her presence, something she might not even be aware of herself. Why this works? It makes her feel unique, like you see something nobody else does. It creates emotional tension. She's intrigued, maybe even a little unsure. And most importantly, it lingers. She'll be thinking about that line long after the conversation ends. Pro tip: timing is everything. Wait for a moment when she surprises you. Maybe she says something insightful, does something unexpected, or shows a new side of herself. Then pause. Look at her with real curiosity and say it like it just popped into your head. Examples: you just said something really unexpected. There's something about you I can't quite figure out. You're not like most people I meet. I can't tell what it is yet, but I can feel it. Important: don't explain. Let the silence do the work. Let her wonder. The mystery will do the heavy lifting. 2. I feel like there's a side of you most people never get to see. Now this one? This isn't just a compliment. This is a key. And it unlocks something most men never even reach for: her inner world. Most guys compliment what they see on the outside. But this line? It tells her that you're tuned in. That you see something deeper. That you sense there's more to her than what she shows the world. And let's be honest, there is. Every woman has layers. Masked. Parts of herself she keeps hidden, either because she's protecting them, or because no one's ever cared enough to notice. This compliment tells her, you noticed, and that hits different. Why it works? It signals emotional intelligence. You're not just chasing looks. It makes her feel seen, in a way that's rare and powerful. It creates emotional intimacy, the sense that you two share a secret no one else gets. When to use it? Say it when she's opening up. Maybe she shares a personal story. or laughs in a goofy, unfiltered way, or shows a vulnerable side she doesn't usually share. Examples: you just said something really honest. I feel like most people don't get to see that side of you. That laugh. I bet only your closest people get to hear that. The effect. She'll feel like you see her, not just look at her. And when someone makes us feel seen, we want to keep them around. 3. I can't decide if you're trouble or exactly what I need. Now this one's a little dangerous. But that's the point. This line mixes attraction with mystery, flattery with challenge. It's playful, but it's not just a joke, it's a feeling. You're telling her, you're exciting. You're unpredictable. You might ruin my life or make it 10 times better. I haven't figured it out yet. And that drives women wild. What? Because most guys either worship the ground she walks on, or act too detached to care. This line does something neither of those approaches do. It keeps her guessing. It flips the power dynamic. You're not just trying to impress her. You're trying to figure her out. And the moment she realizes you're not 100% sold yet, that's when she starts leaning in. Why this works? It creates playful tension. You're drawn to her, but you're keeping your cool. It gives her emotional control, but not all of it. Now she's wondering what you think. It makes her feel dangerously good, like she could shake up your world. Use it when there's already a fun, flirty vibe. She teases you. She does something bold or clever. That's your cue. Examples: you're quick. I can't decide if you're going to be trouble for me, or exactly what I need. Something tells me getting to know you is going to be dangerous, but in the best way. And again, tone is key. Say it slow. Say it with a smirk. Like you're not entirely sure if you should be flirting with her, but you're doing it anyway. Final thoughts: why this works so well. Here's what most guys don't understand. Compliments aren't just about making her feel good. They're about making her feel something new. They're about standing out in a sea of guys saying the same predictable things. When you use these 3 forbidden compliments the right way, something amazing happens. She stops seeing you as just another guy. She starts seeing you as someone who gets her on a deeper level. And most importantly, she starts feeling something powerful, something she doesn't feel with most people. And when you become the guy she associates with those deeper feelings, that's when attraction becomes obsession. So next time you're talking to a woman, ditch the generic lines. Don't just compliment her looks. Compliment her soul, her energy, her mystery. Make her feel something unexpected. Make her think. Make her wonder. And watch how quickly things change. Thanks for watching, fellas. If you found this helpful, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment telling me which line you're going to try first. Until next time, stay smooth, stay smart, and most of all, stay mysterious. But wait, let's go even deeper. Now here's something most guys never think about. A compliment isn't just words coming out of your mouth. It's a mirror. It shows her how you see her. And that matters more than you think. Because here's the truth. Every woman, no matter how confident she looks on the outside, carries around quiet insecurities. Little questions in the back of her mind. Do people really see me for who I am? Am I just another pretty face? Would anyone still like me if I wasn't on all the time? She might be the center of attention, glowing with confidence, lighting up every room she walks into. But deep down, like anyone else, she wants something real. Something different. Something that tells her, hey, I see you. The real you. And I like that version best. So when your compliment taps into that, game over. That's when the conversation stops feeling like flirting and starts feeling like connection. And when a woman feels truly connected to you, emotionally, mentally, even spiritually, that's when she starts craving more. More time. More conversations. More you. The bonus compliment for the brave: you've got this quiet confidence that's hard to find. Let's throw in one last secret weapon. This one's for when you want to make her feel powerful and feminine at the same time. Why does this hit hard? Because women are constantly balancing 2 worlds. being strong and capable but still wanting to feel soft, feminine, and appreciated. Society's expectations are exhausting, and compliments often lean too far in one direction. Too soft? You sound patronizing. Too strong? You sound like you're talking to a coworker. But this one? It lands right in the middle. It says, you've got presence. You've got calm strength. You don't have to shout to be powerful. And that feels incredibly validating to someone who's constantly navigating noise, expectations, and people trying to label her. Say it with warmth. Maybe after she handles a situation calmly, or speaks confidently without being loud, or just shows that calm, centered energy that makes her stand out without even trying. You've got this quiet confidence that's rare. It's not loud, but it's strong. I really like that. Boom. Instant respect. Instant chemistry. Bringing it all together. The power of a well-timed compliment. Let's be real, any guy can say something nice. But the guys who know how to connect, the ones who spark that emotional reaction that makes her heartbeat change just a little, they're the ones she remembers. Because when a compliment goes beyond appearance, when it hits her mind, her soul, her sense of identity, it sticks. That's what these forbidden compliments do. They're not really forbidden. They're just rare, powerful, real. They don't sound like they came from a script. They sound like they came from someone who's actually paying attention. Someone who sees her. And that's the secret. When you start seeing people, not just their faces but their energy, their quirks, their essence, you don't just become more attractive. You become unforgettable. Final words, the real flex. Let me leave you with this. The real flex? It's not in having the perfect line. It's in being the kind of man who means it. The kind of man who notices what most people overlook. Who slows down enough to see and brave enough to say it out loud. So use these lines, but don't use them just to impress. Use them to connect. To be present. To bring a little spark into someone's day in a way they didn't expect. And in return, you won't just attract attention. You'll attract authentic connection. That's the difference between a compliment she forgets and one she never stops thinking about. Thanks for watching. If you found this valuable, give it a like, drop a comment with your favorite line, and share this with a friend who seriously needs to upgrade his compliment game. Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and above all, stay the guy who sees people. Peace. Let's get real for a minute. Here's something no one tells you about attraction. It's not built in the big moments. It's built in the details. It's not just the way you dress or what cologne you wear or even how you flirt. It's how you make her feel about herself when she's around you. Because the truth is, attraction is emotional, not logical. And compliments? They're emotional triggers. They're small windows you open in her mind that let light in where no one else ever bothered to shine it. And most guys are standing outside, banging on the door with cheesy lines, while the smart ones, they're already inside, rearranging the furniture in her heart. Let me explain. When you compliment the unseen side of her, you become irresistible. Imagine this. She walks into the room and every guy turns his head. Compliments fly at her like arrows. You're gorgeous. Stunning smile. Wow, those eyes. But it all starts sounding the same. It's like white noise. Now imagine you say this instead. You carry yourself like someone who's had to be strong for other people, but I feel like there's still a soft side you don't show often. She'll stop. She'll look at you like, how the hell did he see that? And that moment, that's not just a compliment. That's a connection. Because now you're not just another guy chasing her beauty. You're the one person who paused long enough to see her soul. And here's a secret. The moment a woman feels emotionally naked around you, but safe, she bonds with you faster than logic can process. Here's what most guys completely miss. They think compliments are about saying something nice. But compliments are actually about reflecting her identity back to her. The right compliment makes her feel like you understand parts of her she hasn't even put into words yet. That's powerful. It's like giving her a gift she didn't know she needed. When you tell her she's interesting, not just beautiful, she starts opening up. When you notice how calmly she handles stress, she feels appreciated. When you admire her ambition instead of her outfit, she feels respected. These things matter. They leave fingerprints on her emotions. And emotions are how memories are made. One more forbidden compliment that'll stick with her. You have this rare energy, like you've been through some heavy things but you didn't let them break you. That's beautiful. This one? It's nuclear. Because every woman, every person, carries silent battles. Most people either ignore them or only bring them up to pry. But if you can gently acknowledge her strength without asking her to prove it, if you can say this with calm, confident energy, she'll feel more understood in one sentence than she has in weeks. And trust me, she'll remember who made her feel that way. What makes these compliments work? Let's break it down again. They create emotional tension. You're showing interest without making her feel like she's already won. They invite mystery. She's not sure what you mean completely, and that keeps her curious. They focus on depth, not just surface, and that's rare. Rare equals valuable. So yeah, these aren't magic spells. They're tools. Psychological and emotional tools. And when you use them with the right tone, timing, and authenticity, she'll feel something different. Something she doesn't feel with 99% of other guys. Now let's land the plane, the smart conclusion. Look, you could keep complimenting her looks and hoping for the best. Or you can start complimenting her identity, the things beneath the beauty, and actually stand out. Because here's the real truth. Any man can notice a woman's body. It takes a different kind of man to notice her soul. Be that guy. Be the guy who sees what others don't. Who speaks to her spirit, not just her style. And I promise, you'll stop being someone she talks to, and become someone she thinks about when you're not even around. You won't just leave an impression. You'll leave a feeling. And feelings? They're unforgettable. Thanks for watching. If this hit deep, like the video, subscribe for more, and drop your favorite line in the comments below. And hey, if you've got a compliment that worked like magic, share it. Let's help more men step up their game. Until next time, stay aware, stay smooth, and remember, mystery isn't about saying less, it's about meaning more. Catch you in the next one.